Hi everyone, it's Nini. Welcome to my channel. I am heading out on a first date, so I thought I would do a chatty get ready with me. It's been a while since I've done one. There's just been a few things on my mind, so I thought I'd talk about them as I get ready. Yeah, I have a first date tonight. I don't think I've done a chatty get ready with me since my last first date earlier this year, but this guy seems nice. We've actually talked several times on the phone already. He's from the East Coast, so his accent throws me off a little bit. But yeah, he seems nice. He's a cat dad. I'm a cat mom, so we already have that in common. We do seem to have a lot in common already though. Like we seem to have the same type of humor too. And I only have like an hour to get ready, so I can't dilly-dally. But like I said in a recent video, I'm back in the dating world, which is glorious. Maybe if I had a better attitude about dating, I'd have better luck. I mean, I am such a cynical person. Like, this guy seems nice, but I'm going into it thinking, like, he's got to have some flaw or it's not going to work out or, you know, I'm such a negative person when it comes to dating, which probably is why I struggle. I recently dyed my hair. I don't think my eyebrow pencil quite goes with the new hair, but whatever, we're going with it. Like I said, I only got an hour, so I wanted to vent about some things that have been happening on YouTube because YouTube needs to do better. I know I'm not the first creator to say that, but good grief. I was following a little bit of the Sniper Wolf and Jack's Films drama. She's probably one of the biggest creators on YouTube. She has like 33 million subscribers. It's insane. From my understanding, she just does like reaction videos, so she'll play a clip and react to it, and then that's it. Jack's Films, again, this is just from my understanding. He doesn't like it that she doesn't credit the videos that she's playing. So like she'll react to a video, but not give any credit to who actually made the video. And that bothered him, so he created a second channel just to like react to her videos of reacting to somebody else, and so they've kind of had a beef over it. Well, then recently she doxed him. Like on Instagram, she showed a picture of his house, like she was there in front of his house, and then I think on Instagram she has like 5 million subscribers, so to 5 million people she put out his address. Did she get in trouble? Not really. I know a lot of the focus has been on why hasn't YouTube done pretty much anything about it. YouTube kind of did something, but not really. They're notorious for doing nothing. I mean, that's why Eugenia Cooney still has a channel. I could make a whole video talking about my feelings about Eugenia Cooney because YouTube is just notorious for doing nothing when it comes to bigger creators. Whether they're harming other people or harming themselves, YouTube will not step in. Like Eugenia Cooney, if she worked in an office setting and walked in looking the way she did, her supervisor would get HR involved. They would intervene, get her to like employee assistant services or something, and, you know, try to get her help. To me, YouTube feeds Eugenia Cooney's addiction, and I'm calling it an addiction because I don't think it's just an eating disorder. Like, I think she's addicted to people talking about how unhealthy she looks. I think she is addicted to that. YouTube feeds that, and so she's never ever going to get healthy as long as she's still on YouTube. But anyway, back to the Sniper Wolf stuff. YouTube got a lot of backlash because they didn't do anything about it for a while. Sidetrack here, but I don't know what I did to my neck, but it is so stiff right here. I didn't sleep on it wrong because I didn't wake up stiff. Like around noon, it just started to feel really stiff, and so like I can't turn. So I'm gonna look so stupid on this date, more than normal. But YouTube didn't do anything about it until I think 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. They released on Twitter that they were temporarily demonetizing Sniper Wolf's channel due to her behavior, but they also said something about the behavior on both ends, when like Jack's Films has done nothing wrong. He didn't dox anybody. He didn't do anything wrong or dangerous, but they said they were temporarily demonetizing her. It must have only been for like 24 hours because I know she posted a video the next day and she did come out and apologize, but YouTube had released their statement that they were demonetizing her, and then I think it was 2 hours later she released a statement apologizing to Jack's Films. Well, as she put it, Jack Films, or did she say Jack's Film? Like she got his name wrong. Like how disrespectful can you be? That wasn't even a slap on the wrist. Like that did not punish her at all. I know a lot of the focus has been on why didn't YouTube do more. To me, I'm like, why didn't Instagram do more? Because that is where she doxed him. Like, why does she still have a platform where she has 5 million followers? Instagram should have deleted her profile. They should have banned her from ever creating another profile since she used it to bring harm to somebody. And like one reason this pisses me off so much is because she literally put somebody in danger and didn't give a shit that she put anybody in danger, and she still gets to have a channel. And she still gets to make millions of dollars probably from it. Meanwhile, Charlotte on the web, who is one of my dear, dear friends on the internet, she lost her channel recently because she played clips from somebody who had been banned by YouTube. And she completely loses her channel. She appealed it and they said she can never ever have another YouTube channel Like she's completely banned from it. Like they act like she did something really, really bad and she didn't. Yet you have a big creator who, like I said, literally put somebody in danger and she gets to still have her channel and make money off of it. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. YouTube has terms of service that you have to abide by, but they do not apply it to everybody equally. And that is just very frustrating to see. And I know I'm biased because I love Charlotte, but like in her case, for that type of a violation of the terms of service, like why didn't she just get a warning? Because like a lot of people didn't even know that that was a rule on YouTube, that you can't play clips from another person's channel when they've been banned. She should have gotten a warning. Like they should have had a 3-strike system for violations, unless it's a very severe violation, like doxing somebody. Walter's sleeping in the next room. He's been sleeping pretty much all day. I mean, I guess cats kind of sleep all day anyway. My sister's kids were here the past couple nights, and he loves them, but I think he's a little tired from having extra activity in the house. To me, that sounded like Chewbacca. To me, that just sends a message from YouTube that money is more important than people's safety. And that's not a good message to send. That's gotta be so frustrating to Charlotte. She had her channel longer than I did, and I can't imagine losing my entire channel like that and then also being banned from a platform, basically. I don't think a lot of people realize all the work that does go into YouTube. It is a lot of work. Editing alone, like a 5-minute video can take 10 hours to edit easily, but then you have a description box and then any links you want to include, and then there's responding to comments. I enjoy it though. I do enjoy it. I'm not complaining about it. Well, I mean, yes, I kind of am, but like I enjoy it. To have all that work, and you know, I think she had been on YouTube for 4 years and then it's just all gone. Like that's devastating. At the time I'm recording this, I haven't watched Southern Mutton's video yet that she did of everybody talking about Charlotte. I haven't been in the right mental space for it because I know it's gonna make me cry. But I'm so glad that she did that for Charlotte, just so that Charlotte knows she's still very much loved on YouTube. Southern Mutton just went live for the first time. I missed it because I had the kids here, but I watched the replay earlier today. So proud of her. I do not have the balls to go live. I ramble when I talk and I jumble all over the place, and it takes me 5 times to say one sentence that I want to get out correctly. You could do. Maybe that's probably why it takes me 10 hours to edit one simple video. My writing skills are very good. I'm not trying to sound egotistical, but like my writing skills are very good, but my verbal skills are... So I'm just afraid on a live that I just wouldn't make any sense and it would just be boring and it wouldn't be easy to understand. Maybe someday I'll be brave enough to go live. I haven't watched that video that Southern Mutton made yet. Like I said, I'm trying to get in the right mindset for it, just because it's been a little bit of a rough fall. Not horrible, but I had been dating a guy that ended. There's been some stuff at work that's been a little bit stressful. I've been feeling very disappointed in myself because I've started to put weight back on. I'm trying to get back into keto, which I've been doing a little bit better on. But there's just a lot of negative emotions associated with all of that. I did have a minor relapse with alcohol. I do want to share that, even though it's embarrassing to admit that. But I don't want to come across as somebody who's completely stable and I'm sober from everything and I never relapse and everything's just great. I guess I am very stable in my opioid addiction. I'm still 5 years sober from that. Very proud of that. But yeah, I had about a week there where I had a few nights where I did drink again. And yes, I've talked to my therapist about it. Talked to my sister about it too. Was that 3 weeks ago already now? But I'm back on the wagon. But there was a lot of negative things going on there for a while. And what do addicts do with negative feelings? We squish them and try to numb them. I know that's what I was doing. It's kind of a shame because I had almost a year where I hadn't had any alcohol. It's kind of a shame to lose that, you know, you just hit the reset button and you move on. You take it day by day, you know? Like I said, it's embarrassing to admit that. It's definitely something I'm not proud of, but I think it's a good thing to talk about it. So if there's somebody else out there who's had a relapse on their addiction and they're feeling really bad about it, just know you're not alone. It is very hard to stay sober. Sobriety is not an easy thing. I read something once where, I should look up what the exact quote was again, because it was something about how the strength that it takes for an addict to resist those urges. It takes a lot of strength to do that, especially when you're going through some hard times. Even though I lost that year of alcohol sobriety that I had, and now I'm on like 3 weeks or whatever it is, that's still 3 weeks of saying no to alcohol. So that's still a big thing. One of the times I did drink, it was a social drinking thing. It wasn't me just trying to drown my sorrows at home, but I went with a friend down to Sioux City to the Hard Rock Casino and we saw Ginger Billy, which was really fun. My favorite fruity drink is a Sex on the Beach. And I did drink 2 of those, but I think I ended up paying $7 for a glass of juice because I didn't even feel buzzed from that one. So I don't know if they even put any alcohol in it. But that was like a social drinking thing. But I already knew this, that I can't be a social drinker because that just opens the door. And what am I trying to say? Like, I don't have control over it if I allow myself to just socially drink. Like, there's a very thin line between, well, if I'm socially drinking and if I have a bad day, I might as well just go drink some more. Like, it's very easy to cross that line. And so I just do better if I abstain from everything. Is it abstain or abstain? Abstain? It helps that fall was a busy time. September and October are super busy for me. And I didn't even do any Halloween face painting looks this year. Like, usually that makes it even more busy. There was just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of events, had a couple trips. So that helps. You know, that does help get your mind off things to stay busy. And I'm always grateful for YouTube. I know I have people in my real life who tell me that I spend way too much time on YouTube, which, yes, there's truth in there. Like I said, it takes me a long time to edit something. It's a very good distraction because you can't be high or drunk and edit. I mean, you could, but your finished product wouldn't look so good. But it also gives me something to get my mind off the bad stuff that makes me want to drink or get high. Fall's also just a sad time of year because, you know, I love football. Y'all know I'm a Bears fan. The Bears! But it's also kind of sad. I used to watch Bears games with my dad and my dog. The 2 that had passed away within 3 months of each other. So that always hits me in the heart because, like, I would give anything to watch a Bears game with my dad again. Like, anything. But then also the anniversary of his death is in December, so you kind of get some sad feelings about that too. So that's probably another reason that led me to relapse in alcohol, because I had all those feelings about my dad too. I've been seeing a lot of talk lately about how horrible the anti-KJ community is and how basically we're all a bunch of obsessed assholes. My experience being a part of the anti-KJ community has always been positive. I've had no troubles with other creators. I think we support each other. I've had a good experience being a part of it, and I'm proud to be a part of it. And yeah, there is drama within the community. I've tried mostly to stay out of it. There is one person who's been trying to drag me into it. Most of you know who I'm talking about, probably. And it's not Nat. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I know I'm biased, but I just think we're all people who just see a person who is a horrible person who actually hurts people. She's not just talking shit about people. She has done stuff to interfere with people's lives. And somebody like that should not have a platform. But again, that kind of goes back to YouTube, where it's like, well, the bigger the creator, we won't do anything about it. Because can you imagine how many times Katie Joy's videos have been reported to YouTube for harassment or bullying or misinformation? And YouTube obviously has done nothing about it. Editing Nini here. I filmed this a couple weeks ago and I was going to add in my thoughts on something that happened recently in our community, but I decided not to because it doesn't really involve me and I just don't want to come across like I'm sticking my nose in business that doesn't belong to me. So I hope that's okay. If you know what I'm talking about and you want to talk about it in the comments, you are more than welcome to. And I don't mind talking about it in the comments with you. I don't know if I'll get this edited before November 15th. Probably not. She's got a hearing that day and I'm tempted to drive up there for it because I think it's at 10 or 11 o'clock. And so I could drive up there and be back in one day, not need a hotel or anything like that. But I'm like, God, nothing is happening in the lawsuit. So I wish I could know for sure if anything was actually going to happen at that hearing to make it worth driving up there for, because it'd probably be about a 3.5 hour drive. I just don't want to drive up there and then they'll be like, oh, yep, this and this, and then we'll reconvene 3 months from now and make a decision on something. I am so glad I did not waste my time driving up there because that is exactly what happened. I almost hit the nail on the head, except they gave her 4 months and then they will reconvene and make a decision. Minnesota, get your act together. The longer this drags out, the longer it is before Katie Joy is finally held accountable for her horrid actions, the more she is going to hurt people. And it is so frustrating. The lawsuit's it's not moving. I don't want to say it's not going anywhere because I think 7M has a strong case, but no progress has been made on it. Gotta get rid of the double chin. I just propped my camera up on stuff. And so the blush that I want to use is underneath this. So hang on, I'll go for a little ride there. I know I keep saying this, but I need to make more videos on addiction and talk about what I've gone through and also interstitial cystitis. I mentioned it in a video once and I had a couple people tell me, oh, I have it too. And I still have it. And like, that was one of the main reasons I did start my channel. That was one of the topics I wanted to talk about, was to connect with people who had interstitial cystitis. And 2 years later, I've made one video on it. So I'm ashamed of myself there. I think that's it for the makeup, so I'm gonna get dressed and head out. This was just a quick little chatty get ready with me, but there's just a couple things that I wanted to talk about. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.